Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today is the lecture number 2 on the topic of coordinate geometry. Yesterday, I discussed with you two concepts, the gradient concept, alhamdulillah, equation of line concept, okay? And I discussed that what is called y-intercepts, okay, alhamdulillah, rabbil alameen. And I given one example to practice yesterday, and we have done it, alhamdulillah. Now, today my plan is to teach you something new. New part is what? The midpoint formula. Midpoint formula. Midpoint formula, like an average of two numbers, okay. I give us example to understand. Let's say this is a 6 4 and this point is 2 0, and this a coordinate is a b coordinate. If someone asks you, give me the midpoint, and this distance are equal, how to get m? So we have often we observed in our common life. For example, you conducted two tests. In one test you got 10 marks, in the test you got 8 marks. If someone asks you how much, what is called average, you say 10 plus 8 divided by 2. You add the both marks and divide by 2. I hope so you got my point. Same story here. So what is the formula of midpoint? I'm writing for you. X1 plus X2 divided by 2, like an average of two numbers. Same, what is the y? Y1 plus Y2 divided by 2. I can show you. And I suggest as a teacher, whenever you try this kind of question, so you label it. How label? You wish. Here X1 and here Y1 and here X2 and here Y2. You can ask one question from here. Sir, can I switch? Switch? Why not? No problem at all. For example, you write here X1, Y1 and you write here X2, Y2. 100% correct. How come, sir? For example, 2 plus 6 divided by 2 or 6 plus 2 divided by 2. No effect is coming. I hope so you got the point. So that is why, in addition, if you change the odd places, no problem at all. And I'm going to finalize the answer. So what is X1 student? X1 is 2. What is X2 student? 6. So what is the Y1? 0. What is the Y2? 4. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, 6 plus 2, 8, by 2, 4. And what is this one? 0 plus 4 by 2 is 2. So midpoint answer, I got 4 comma 2, and I believe all of you understanding well. The midpoint is a very basic idea. I think clear idea, right? Okay. So let's talk about next plan. And next point is called distance formula. So distance formula is also called length formula. Okay. So distance formula, very easy. For example, I take the same example. I need to find distance between AB. First of all, write formula for you. Formula is, students, you know what is gradient formula? Y2 minus Y1 in the numerator, and X2 minus X1 comes in the denominator. So if I use the same up and down in the formula, have a look. Root Y2 minus Y1 whole square plus X2 minus X1 whole square. Short story, the gradient formula is Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Upper value will come here and lower value will come here, and extra, and two things extra. What is extra, sir? Power 2 will come on both and plus in the middle. I hope so. It means if you are familiar with the gradient formula, you can find length formula very easily. Let's apply the formula. Ready? So let's apply the formula. Formula is Y2 is 4 and Y1 is 0. X2 is 6 and X1 is 2. And I believe all of you understanding what is going on. Okay, let's finalize the answer. So 4 to power 2 is 16 and 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 square again 16. So I got a distance is equal to 32 root. You leave it here, or 4 root 2. So it is your wish. Sometimes he asks you 2 dp, 1 dp, sometimes ask you. So how okay. So if you ask, the two ways are there. One using calculator and one using manually. For example, as a teacher, I know 16. So it becomes, for example, I tell you 2 16 times. Okay, even I stop here. You know what reason? I tell you why stop here. Have a look here. 1 minute, please. 2 16 times. Is 16 square of 4 or not? So, and 2 stay inside. Okay. It means I can write 32 and I can replace by 16 into 2 in the root. And root 2 is remain as it is, and root 16 give you 4. I think you got my point. But this is no need to show examiner. This is just a quick working if you want to do without calculator. If you want to. But you're not bound. You can use calculator. Okay, no problem. Come back. So up till now, I taught two things. What? Midpoint formula, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin, distance formula. Now I think so we can try to utilize these things also, okay? And wait a minute, please. I'm going to show you a worksheet. Let's start, students. Now I'm going to teach you next concept is X intercept. The title, what title is called? Intercepts. Intercepts. Actually, there are two intercepts we have. Okay, I'm showing you both. Let's say this is a question of line. I'm going to show you, let's say 2x plus 3y, okay, and equals to 12. And wait a minute, please. Wait a minute. Let's say this one is here, okay. And or I think that's enough, no problem. Let's say there's a blue line. You can see this is cutting like that, okay. And this is called x-axis. All of you know this is called y-axis. All of you know it. So this point where it is cutting, this is called x-intercept. X-intercept. Okay, and this point is called y-intercept. Y-intercept. For x-intercept, all of you familiar. I taught in chapter of the graph functions. Okay, for example, what is x here? 0. What is y here? 0. I move 1 point here. What is x value? 1. What is y value? 0. Okay. What is here? X is 2, y is 0. Okay. What is here? X is 3, y is 0. Can I say y0, y0 throughout an x-axis? Yes. Yes. So it means this very clear approach. So whenever I'm looking for x-intercept, I will put y equals to 0 always, and reverse. If I'm looking for y-intercept, I will plug in x is equal to 0 always. If you just also don't, I'm okay. I'm going to start a small exercise. So have a look. This question given, if I'm looking for x-intercept, y-intercept, look at that title, x-intercept. Second title, y-intercept. And let's see how we can find it. So for one time I will put y0, and one time I'll put x0. But where to put, sir? You can ask me. I will plug in the place of this equation. So let's start. Ready, please. When I will plug in this 0 in the place of here, so 2x as it is, 3 times to 0 equal to 12. 3 times to 0 is 0. 2x equal to 12. 2 will divide and I get 6. So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. It means this point is x is 6 and y is 0. I'm writing x comma 0. I believe all of you understand. Why? Because x always come before, y always go later. I believe this point is very clear. Now let's talk about y-intercept. How do I will plug in x0 here? I mentioned x0. So 2 times to 0 plus 3y as it is. 0 plus or 0 gone, so no need to write 0. 3y equal to 12 and y becomes 4. And how to write x0 and y4? So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe you got a point. Yes. I hope the point is clear. Now I show the coordinate geometry worksheet. Look at here. Write down the coordinates of point of this line crosses the y-axis. So whenever we're looking for y-axis, common sense, I will plug in simple x0. And when I plug in x0, because cutting y-axis or opposite variable, cutting y, I repeat, cutting y-axis, x0, cutting x-axis, y0. I believe you got a point, opposite. So if I plug in 0 here, so I will plug in 0, so 6 into 0 minus 3, and y equal to 0 minus 3, and alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So it means x0, y minus 3. And I got this answer in no time, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So this is the way he can ask you x-intercept, he can ask you y-intercept. Simple story, x-intercept put y0, y-intercept put x0. Simple story, nothing hard. It will come not only O levels, it come in AS level also. Okay, I think this part is very, very clear. Now look at here. Find the coordinates of the line where cut the y-axis. What to do? Simple, put x equal to 0. I think you're understanding. Okay, look at this question. Look at this question. Can you see the black line? Black line is there. So what this 6 is, this point is called what? How to read this point? It's called y-intercept. How to read it? Y-intercept. And how to, what is this point is called? What this point is called? X-intercept. And I believe is nothing hard for you. And X-intercept, I will plug in y0. I think idea is very clear. Okay. And it is a very prominent, it is a 4 and 3 in the middle. So this X value is 3. So 3, 0 is my answer for this point. If examiner asks us, I hope so, all of you understanding. Up till now, I taught you 3 concepts today up till now, new. One concept I taught you midpoint, then I taught you distance formula, and now I taught you intercepts. I think all 3 points in your control, in your understanding. Now I'm teaching next point, okay, or maybe last point of today, and then inshallah I will teach you tomorrow, and I think one more day and topic inshallah finish. Okay, till Thursday we will finish the chapter inshallah. Okay, come back. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. But practice is required. Okay. So now I'm going to teach you parallel lines concept. Parallel lines. Okay. What is the parallel lines concept? Whenever not one line, not 2 lines, even more than 2 lines, if they are same direction, they are parallel. Look, this double arrow means parallel. So they have same gradient. For example, this gradient is for example 2. What is this gradient 2? What is gradient 2? It means parallel lines have a same gradient. Simple story. Same gradient. Simple story. Nothing hard. It means whenever 2 lines are parallel to each other, they have one something common. And what is it common? That is called gradient. I hope so. You got a point very well. But now I'm going to teach you one more concept, and that is called perpendicular lines. All of you get ready. Perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines. Parallel lines, simple idea. They have same gradient. For example, one line is, let's say this line is, and this line, they are parallel. If this gradient is, let's say 5/7, then this line will be 100% 5/7 because they are parallel to each other. They have common gradient. I think very clear idea. But now I'm going to teach you perpendicular concept. What is a perpendicular concept? Let's start. Whenever there is a 90-degree between 2 lines, okay, these are called perpendicular lines, right? And let's say the first gradient, let's say 3/2. A special word I will teach today and will continue till AS level, negative reciprocal. Reciprocal. What is this meaning, sir? You can ask me. What is, for example, this 3/2. What is reciprocal? This become 2/3. 2 will go up, 3 will come down. It's called reciprocal, like flip. But what is sign beside of it is positive, and what is sign come here? Negative. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. How to read is called negative and reciprocal. I give you one more example. Let's say these 2 more lines, they are perpendicular. This gradient is, let's say, 11/7, 11/7, 11/7, and this line will be -7/11. So job number 1, change the sign. Job number 2, flip it. I repeat my words. Change whatever sign mentioned there, change the sign and flip it. This is called negative reciprocal. Don't forget it. I may ask next class from you. So when 2 lines are perpendicular to each one example extra. Because I know that whenever I give this example, students they face difficulty. For example, this gradient is a -6. If I ask myself, what is this gradient? First of all, my question for myself: what is this sign? Negative. What sign comes here? Plus sign. One thing done. Second question, I'm asking myself, what is under 6? Nothing. Nothing means 1. So it means this 6 will behave like what? 6/1. And when I flip it, it becomes 1/6. So I believe all of you understanding by it is very, very clear and what I'm discussing. So I think all of you points clear. Now one more example. So before I start, so what is the logic behind this concept? There is a one rule. I'm writing rule. Rule is what? Rule of mathematicians, they produce this rule. After long effort of many years, they produce one rule. And what is the rule? Whenever 2 gradients product is coming -1, I repeat my words. Whenever 2 lines gradients product is called -1, So we can say that those lines are perpendicular. You want to check it? Let's see. So this, okay, I think I should go for this concept. So this M1 I replace here. This M2 I replace here. Let's see what answer comes. When this value will come here, minus 7 over 11. What is M2? 11 over 7. And check it. 7, 7 cancel, 11, 11 cancel. What answer become? Minus 1. It means when the product of two gradient is equal to minus 1. Yeah, one more interesting point is coming. Sometime he will ask you, prove these two lines are perpendicular. I'm going to show you. Ready? Look at here, please. He can ask you, prove these two lines are perpendicular. Look at, I'm showing you here. A very good question, number 4. This question came in October 19 for 22 variant question 14. He is asking, show that this line is perpendicular to this line. What is job number 1? I will find gradient from here. I will call M1. I will call M2, and then I will multiply them. If answer become minus 1, so prove they are perpendicular. If answer not coming minus 1, they are not perpendicular. So have a look, please. Before I start, I want to add one more rule here. Not rule actually. Equation of line formula, all of it familiar. We done it our last class. Formula is what? Y equal mx plus c. All of you know it. But before I start, I want to tell you, for example, sometime how to find gradient and y intercept from given equation. For example, 2x plus 3y equals to 12. If I ask you, please find for me m and find for me c value. M is called gradient and C is called y-intercept. So what you will do, my students, you will make a y subject. I repeat my word. What subject? Y subject. So make y subject all big. What's y sub? What is logic behind? I give a logic. The logic is when you see equation of line, my question from you, what is alone left-hand side y? It means you are bound to make y alone. We have done the previous classes, section, previous terms, make y subject. Okay, so let's start. So when I want to make a y subject, so first of all, job number 1. So job number 1, I will make a 3y alone. So let's start, 3y alone. So I'm writing it now here, 3y alone, where 2x will go there, right hand side, minus 2x plus 12. Number 1 job. Number 2 job, divide whole equation by 3. Why? So why 3, sir? Because I want to remove 3 from here. So look, I'm showing you. 3y negative 2x plus 12. So it means divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. So 3 cancel out. I got y alone minus 2 by 3 times x and 3 for the 12. And when you compare with this equation, what equation we have? Y equal to mx plus c. So x coefficient is m, x coefficient is this. So mabruk. So gradient is becoming negative 2 by 3. And what is a known number? Is called y-intercept. This is c. So I can say here y-intercept equals to 4. Now I hope so you got a point. Come back on our practice. Inshallah, I believe now you will understand this question easily. My question, do you know this gradient? Oh, we don't know. How we can find? Make y alone. Make y subject. But this 4 is disturbing to me. So what I will do, divide whole equation by 4. By 4. Y equals to 5 upon 4. X and minus 5 over 2. So what is M1, student? M1 is a 5 upon 4. This is the number beside of X is called gradient. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. M1 I got it. Same way I will go for M2 from here. Again, what is the task? Make Y subject. Not a hard job for you. So bring 4x on the other end. 5y equal to minus 4x plus 35. I don't want this 5. So divide whole equation by 5. Wait a minute. Yeah. So divide by 5. So by 5. I got y equal to minus 4 upon 5x and 7. This is called, okay, my question, what is M2? You say, sir, M2 is this number, minus 4 upon 5. Now I'm close to my answer. I will check it inshallah. Now check it, M1 into M2. If answer come -1, it proves they are perpendicular. Have a look here. So 5 upon 4 and -4 upon 5. This I got from here and this I got from here. I believe you're understanding. And check it, 5, 5 cancel, 4, 4 cancel. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So proved that they are perpendicular. And Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, I believe you understood a concept. This question came for 3 marks. So I repeat my concept. Job number 1, make y subject. Find M1. So line number 2, make y subject. Get M2. And then you multiply them. If answer comes -1, they are perpendicular. If answer not -1, they are not perpendicular. And if they are same, they are parallel. I repeat my words. For example, M1 is 5 by 7 and M2 is also 5 by 7. So they are parallel. I hope so. The point is very, very okay. Okay, just few questions. I'm going to give the homework, not many questions. Listen up, listen up. So best technique. You will redo number 1, question number 4. Question number 4, redo. I'm writing for you. Question number 4, redo. And I think so. Question number. Wait a minute, please. This is leave it. Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me check. Look at the student. Look at there. Look, I repeat again. What is statement here? Here. So given a question by him, and what he's asking for gradient. So what you will do? Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Make y alone. You can get one easily. Okay. So simple. When you make y alone, so number written beside of x is called what? Always. Always called gradient. I think okay. And then he asking that crosses y-axis. So simple put a x0. So this question, I think in your approach, okay. Maybe in the next part you can do it. Okay. Do one thing. First I mentioned question number 4 as a homework. 5A part, and after that 5C part. I repeat my words: 5A part, 5C part. Okay. Then 1 minute, please. Maybe we're not able to solve many questions. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute, please. Let me check. No, leave it. Let me check. I think so for today. Wait a minute. This is another question. Okay. I just add. Okay. Question number 14. But A part, B part. I think 14A part, B part, and C part. Or C part, leave it. 14A and B. 14A and B. And this is the homework 14A and B. So I hope so, inshallah, you will do this homework by tomorrow.